is CAT still the safest path for most students?
So we do conduct the surveys in the schools and seminars where we ask them, do you guys know about IIMs? Many of them would not know it.
What category of students should avoid pursuing IPM?
CAT is a safe path, but it doesn't mean that, IPM is not. So I would always suggest them to actually take one path.
Who should choose IPM immediately after class 12th? Is there any disadvantage of entering management education at 17? Do you think that a 5-year integrated program genuinely creates better managers in their professional journey? Here's a question that's quietly confusing thousands of students. Should you fight for an IIM seat today or wait 3 years and appear for CAT later? Both the roads can lead to an MBA, but they're completely different journeys. Today, we are helping you choose the one that's actually right for you. And for that, I have Rahul sir with me today. और आज हम लोग बात करेंगे IPM today or CAT later. So, welcome to Supergrads channel. I am Akansha, and as I said, without any further ado, let's begin this podcast. My very first question to you, sir, is why has IPM become so popular in the first few years?
So, in fact, I would answer it this way. Perhaps you were supposed to sell in last few years, right?
Yeah.
It is important to tell it to the students that, majority of the students who are right now in 11th and 12th grade do not know there exists an option after 12th, that is IPM. But they do know that there is an option called CAT that they need to write after graduation. So we do conduct the surveys in the schools and seminars where we ask them, do you guys know about IIMs? Many of them would not know it, but they know that CAT is an examination altogether.
Right.
It's because of the awareness quotient. However, from last few years onwards, we have seen, 14 odd IIMs have now started catering in the UG services for the management side. That's why the awareness is becoming, has spread quite faster, and it is going to spread quite fast in the coming time as well.
Right. On that note, is CAT still the safest path for most students?
So many of them, as you started with this particular podcast and you said, IPM now or CAT later, CAT is a safe path, but it doesn't mean that, IPM is not.
Right.
Yes, as and when you are going to ask more questions, I'm going to give more clarity on this subject. So yes, I'm welcoming next questions as well. Yeah.
Okay. So according to you, who should choose IPM immediately after class 12th?
So according to me, anyone who really wishes to get inside management field, and better way to decide is, what are your strengths? Are you good with in dealing with people?
Right.
Do you have that managerial skill set with you? Are you more inclined towards non-scientific pathways? Are you interested in the fields of arts more, liberal arts more? Then certainly this is the field made for you.
And on the flip side, what category of students should avoid pursuing IPM and prepare for CAT later on?
Okay, so CAT, there are two questions over here. Who should avoid IPM? Should also avoid management later. I'm on that particular point. And I would never say IPM now, CAT later. Say IPM now, but not CAT later. IPM now, लेकिन CAT भी देना है.
Right.
But when I say कि जिस student को IPM नहीं करना है, he should ideally fall in the category that actually whose interest lies in machineries,
right?
Whose interest actually lies in the field of medicine. So you really want to cater to that particular service, then certainly you can go over there. But there are a lot of students whose passion does not lie in those fields,
right?
And they are actually finding their passion somewhere where reputation is quite high, where money is quite high. Then IPM may be their field if their strength lies over here.
Right. My next question is very interesting. So if we compare both a 5-year IPM program and a 2-year MBA, do you think that a 5-year integrated program genuinely creates better managers in their professional journey?
Let's try and understand this first. If somebody is getting inside a B school or IIM, after writing CAT examination, the CAT part of studies is just subset of these 5 years. Okay, they are not two different pathways. An individual who is going to write an IPMAT examination just has to skip the CAT examination, but is going to sit with students who are getting inside the MBA program after writing CAT examination.
Right.
So it is not at all different.
Okay.
Only part that is different is that, you know, the initial 3 years helps them to take the roles and responsibilities better. It initially helps them to really understand management at core. If you remember, we had a conversation with IIM Ranchi's chairperson. He said, Kina, I find every IPM kid better than an MBA student today because, you know, initial 3 years train them really very well. That's why, yeah.
Is there any disadvantage of entering management education at 17? क्या कोई इसके disadvantages भी हैं, demerits भी हैं?
I think advantages ही advantages हैं. मैं disadvantage मुझे दिखता नहीं. सबसे पहले, if you really want to CAT later, so पहली बात ये हो जाती है कि IPMAT की preparation आपको CAT के लिए help करती है.
ठीक है.
Secondly, for 5 odd years, you are in one field. So usually, people change their fields after 3 years. वो फिर यहाँ के भी नहीं रहते, वहाँ के भी. As they usually say, you cannot actually go in 2 boats together. So I would always suggest them to actually take one path. क्योंकि जो स्टूडेंट MBBS कर रहा है, वो MD कर रहा है ना बाद में, राइट? जो BTech कर रहा है, वो MTech कर रहा है, तो वो पाथवे का बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिस बन रहा है.
Right.
तो इसी की तरह अगर आप फाउंडेशंस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट करेंगे, देन उसके बाद आप जाके MBA करेंगे, इट्स गोइंग टू बी ऑफ मोर वर्थ. एंड सर्टनली अगर आप 3 साल बाद अपने आप को अपग्रेड करना चाहें, चाहे आप आउटसाइड इंडिया जाके पढ़ाई करना चाहें, चाहे इंडिया के टॉप नॉच इंस्टीट्यूट्स में पढ़ाई करना चाहें, IPMAT की प्रिपरेशन उस प्रिपरेशन को भी सॉलिडिफाई करती है, उन एंट्रेंसेस के लिए प्रिपेयर करवाती है, उस इंटरव्यू के लिए अभी से प्रिपेयर करवाती है.
Right. Okay. My last question for this podcast: if your sibling asked this question today, what would your recommendation be and why? The title of our podcast: IPM now or CAT later?
So my recommendation would be IPM now.
Okay.
And CAT later.
ठीक है. Why?
And not or CAT later. So, there is a strong reasoning behind it because, this particular examination is not going to fade away with this particular part.
Right.
First. Secondly, you do not start with 0 if you're preparing for CAT tomorrow.
True.
Thirdly, it always gives you a chance of exit. जिसका फायदा, so Akansha, let me tell you that you have been getting calls from lot many students, and we are very thrilled when we get this particular call every time from Indore, Rohtak, Ranchi. There was a girl day before yesterday also, she called and said, I've got calls from all the 3 colleges, ABC. Her name is Astha. So, we were so happy that, our kids, but how was it possible? It was possible because, they had actually studied for it earlier. क्योंकि IIM के अंदर आप बैठ के एक अलग से कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट में नहीं जा सकते. So somebody who helped you after 12th standard for IPMAT actually helped you to crack CAT examination today. So एक तो ये चीज़ है. दूसरी बहुत important चीज़, you're already prepared for an MBA. True. Somebody who's coming from some other field would not be prepared for MBA as much as you are. Lastly, very, very importantly, that you are immensely informed.
Right.
So someone who is there in the MBA field would know what are the best colleges.
Right.
तो मैं अगर आज IIM जम्मू में भी हूँ, मुझे ये पता है कि 3 साल बाद में आईवी लीग को भी टारगेट कर
सकते हैं. ट्रू
है ना. बट हु इज नॉट, वो कहीं ना कहीं बहुत ज्यादा उसी फील्ड की जानकारी रखेगा जहां पर वो है. या
राइट. ओके. सो आई थिंक दैट वाज ऑल. To all the students who is somewhere confused or stuck between IPM now or and CAT later, I'm sure आप लोग के काफी सारे questions के answers are clear हुए होंगे because of Rahul sir. And do not forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done it till yet. We'll be coming up with more such interesting and rich content, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Thank you, Rahul sir.